everyone, welcome to the next podcast for Delta Motivation. Thank you so much for clicking this video, for coming on board and just listening to my opinions, my thoughts on little things around the world, really. If you haven't done so already, please press that subscribe button, get the notifications, come on board, join the community just to help with the bit of a mindset shift, okay? Please, I appreciate it. If you're on my YouTube, hey guys, welcome back again. I know I'm wearing this getup. My hair is just getting out of control. I need a haircut, but hey, that's lockdown for you. If you're from my TikTok, hi. That's kind of where this has all started, through the TikTok app, and I really appreciate you guys getting on board and helping me out here. So today I want to focus on two things. The first thing being motivation. Motivation as a whole, and what I actually believe motivation is, and how we should kind of interpret it. And the other thing is social media as such, more so how we feel. So that's why it links with motivation a little bit. So how social media and how our phones and devices make us feel, and how we can combat that a little bit more. So to keep going with the first point, motivation. Now, isn't that a funny thing? It's so funny. People ask me to give them motivation. They said, I'm not really into it today. Can you give me some motivation? Look, I don't believe motivation is something that I can give. I don't believe I can actually give motivation to anybody. I don't believe motivation is something that is given or taken. It is internal. Motivation is something that you have for something else. You are motivated to do your work or schoolwork or see somebody or do something. It's your own. No one can give it to you. You may have support for it. You may have a different view of it. But no one can actually give you motivation. What you interpret and see is so different to what everyone else sees and interprets. And you need to understand that what will work for somebody else may not work for you. On vice versa, I mean, whatever works for somebody else may work for you. You need to understand that it goes with everything that's happening around. So what I believe helps motivation is routine. If you have a routine, if you have a set plan of what you need to achieve and that drive and that goal, then motivation comes. It just happens. I did a little video a little while ago on Instagram about motivation and routine, but I'm going to go into this a little bit more because I got a podcast now and I can do that. So, motivation is fleeting. It's day to day, hour to hour, and we get those little pulses of, yes, I feel motivated to do this. Oh, no, I can't be bothered cleaning right now. Oh, yes, I want to go up and do my podcast and get to work. Oh, no, but I've got to go home and cook a little bit. So that's a fleeting moment. We get those bursts throughout the day, throughout the week, and go, oh, wow, that's great. Oh, but then I've got to do that. And that kind of fluctuates throughout. Now, knowing myself, it's fluctuating so much that I love my work. I love it. But then the paperwork side of things, I can't stand it. I'm motivated to go up and teach and be up there and talk to my students and be a part and help people. But then the paperwork side of things it's just tedious, and I can't stay focused enough. However, this is where a routine comes into play. This is where a routine is crucial, I think. When I think about a day, I think about, well, am I motivated to get up? No, I wouldn't call necessarily motivated to wake up, get up out of bed and make myself wake up. I don't feel like that's a motivational thing, but I do it anyway. Well, why? Why do I get up each and every morning, do my routine, do similar things? I wake up, feed the cats, get a glass of water, drink that, make myself a cuppa, get ready for work, have breakfast, and then head off. This is something that my routine kind of consists of, and it's usually around those same things, because that's my routine, and it trumps my motivation. There's days where I don't feel like going to work, but I do that routine. I get myself prepared and I go to work. And that's my thought process with why a routine is so important, why it trumps motivation, so to speak. Because if you have that routine of yours that you are just doing, you've got a set plan to say, yep, this is when I wake up, this is when I do this is when I have breakfast, this is what I make, this is where I drive, this is who do I talk to, and you have that routine of yours, then you will finally see that you are on autopilot. You're doing what needs to be done. And once you get that motivation, when that fleeting moment comes, you're ready to tackle it. You're ready to go. But that routine is constant. It's, okay, I've got to set this 20 minutes to mark these papers. And it's the same time every day. It's the same time every week. You are making that a routine. It is constant. You haven't changed that. And you need to build from there. I'm not trying to talk about, let's talk about in the morning when I wake up and we do what we do in the mornings. And that routine, that's a great routine for an example. But it's those things that you're lacking motivation in. You're lacking motivation to vacuum today, to clean. But if you have practiced and you've done your routine to say, okay, every Monday and Wednesday I vacuum. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I vacuum. Or Saturday or Sunday I vacuum. And you have that routine and you've broken it up to say, okay, I'm not making this a tedious thing. I could do 10 minutes a day, but it's the same time every day. You get that routine. You get that structure. And you know, all right, get home. This is what I do. This is how I clean. This is what I cook. And we go from there. That's what I believe motivation is best suited for. It's preparing yourself with your routine, going through it, and when that moment comes, or you're just highly motivated to do something, then you tackle it and you go for it all out. You're not worried, essentially, about the backlash or anything. No, I'm ready. I've already set up all the things that I need to do, and that's in my daily routine. I do the same things. Yep, sweet. And that's what's going to keep you going. I guarantee you that will work. Think about what it is. And most people who reply to me in this I say that they're struggling, but I believe that they haven't seen it through just yet. I asked, well, how long have you done this for? 2 days, a week. It's not long enough. It's not long enough. It takes 90 days to establish a habit, a routine that is long lasting. Okay? Trust me when I say establish this, spend time making sure that you know it, so you do clean every Monday and Wednesday and you don't miss it. You haven't missed it for weeks. Then your routine is established. That's when you'll see the change. It is a time process. It's not a quick switch. And I think that's why people keep asking me to give them motivation. They're wanting that quick pill. They're wanting that quick excitement to say, yep, sweet, that's cool. But it's not that. We need to spend the time. We need to make sure that we're doing it. We're spending the time building that routine, making it ours, and making it well known. Now, onto the social media side of things. This comes into the routine and the motivation. It really, really is. Recently, I'll start you off with a story of mine. Recently, and when I mean recently, I mean like the last couple of days. The last couple of days, I felt really blah, blah, blah. Whatever that feeling is. That feeling right now is just so blah. And I couldn't put my I could kind of put my finger on it. I thought, I've done a lot. I've helped a lot of people, and I'm just feeling the backlash of that. But now, thinking about it, it's social media. That destroys motivation. That destroys routine. That constant being on, that constant flicking through your phone, playing that game, waking up and the first thing you do is picking up that device, that destroys a routine. That destroys motivation. And it puts you into a world where you're not supposed to be in. We're supposed to live this life through our eyes, through our experiences, and not live through the social medias. I want you to think about that for a second, and how often you wake up and you grab your phone. I know there's been videos out there that talk about this. I know there's been other podcasts and pictures and blogs and information about this, about what we do. And I just want you to think about, well, is that us? Is that me? Is that what I'm doing? Am I spending too long on there? What am I doing in there? What is the purpose behind this? Is it to stay in touch with my friends? Am I actually doing that, or am I just scrolling through randoms? What is it that you're wanting out of social media? What is it that you're needing from it? Now, I took that self-reflection because of my blah, blah, blah feeling, and liberating. It is honestly one of the most liberating things. I found this app. It's called Flipped, FLIPD. And I'm an aggressive person. I go all out in things. So this app locks my phone. Apparently, it's one of the most aggressive ways to get off your social media and get off your phone for a little bit. So you can set a time, and you can't get into your phone. You can still get phone calls and text messages. So if any emergency comes up, I can still get them. However, for that half an hour, I can't open my apps. I can't open podcasts. I can't open Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. I can't for half an hour or 2 hours, whatever the time I set it to be. And wow, I did that this morning, and I recommend it. So detox. So recommend it. I was able to post a couple of things and do that, get them out of the way as my routine established. I want to be able to post a certain time to reach my certain followers, but then lock it. Put it aside, and that feeling of putting it aside today, I feel great. I mean, it's only been like 3 hours since I've been awake, but I feel phenomenal. I feel like I can do something today. I can not waste hours and hours scrolling through emotion and seeing other people's... Now, don't get me wrong, seeing other people's lives is great. But when you see someone else's life, you have that internalized feeling for them. And that is a constant emotion that's always on. And today, it just feels great not to have that. It feels great just to lock it, have it there. I've still got my information that I need. I've already done what I need to do, and I'm going to build that. That's my goal. I'm going to start locking my phone a little bit more. I'm going to make sure I get some time for myself. I'm going to make sure that I can spend time in my life and appreciate where I live, what I do, make videos, talk, get to know people, and build. Build from there, especially in this crazy time where we're still in lockdown in Melbourne anyway. I'm from Melbourne. We're still in lockdown, and this is a crazy time. Not allowed out, not allowed to see people, not allowed to go see family and friends or have a coffee and do those kind of things. So I want to appreciate what I got right now. I am making a stand on social media, and I'm going to say, lock it. Lock your phone just for half an hour a day. Start with that. Build a routine with when you wake up, you don't touch your phone. When you wake up, you enjoy what you've got. You enjoy seeing your house and where you live, your bedroom. You enjoy seeing your family, your mum, your dad, your siblings, or even just friends. When you do get to see them, you enjoy that moment. And it doesn't have to be with a phone in your hand. It's face-to-face reactions. It's smiling and laughing and spending time together. Look, there is a place for social media. There is a place for the online community. But I want you to ask yourself, is it too much? Just because there's a place doesn't mean it needs to take the place. It doesn't mean it needs to take over. Make sure you build that routine, you have that motivation there, and make sure you're using social media effectively. Look at it. Please, I beg you, look at it. Look at it objectively, and it's so liberating when you do. I hope I was able to help somebody just a little bit today listening to this podcast. And again, these are just my opinions. I'm not an expert in anything. I don't do research and find out. Maybe I should. Maybe I should find out all the research and present it to you guys, but I think you're well informed enough to do that yourself. I'm going to come with my opinions, my feelings, my thoughts, and I'm going to let you know them because I think they're worth knowing. I love you all. If you haven't pressed subscribe, please do that. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, find me. Delta Motivation. DELTAR Motivation. I am everywhere. I hope to be everywhere. See you guys soon, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye.